as far as I'm concerned, again, I'm drinking the Kool-Aid a little bit here, but I think this
That's
offense from
great.
top to bottom could be a top 10 offense. I'm going to say that right now. I think it can be a top
I
10 offense. We've got one of the best offensive line units in the game right now. No one's going to dispute that. We have a stacked, solid, young wide receiver. We have arguably, again, a top 5 to top 10 tight end. And we have two of the better running backs in the backfield that are running behind said top 5 offensive line.
right.
This offense literally has got the chance to go from being a bottom feeder to middle of the pack offense last year to being one of the best offenses this year, because the thing that's going to be the driving force behind that, besides Goff, is Ben Johnson. And I truly believe Ben
Yeah.
Johnson is going to throw out all the creative works to make this offense just run beautifully and smooth.
Well, I don't know too much about him, but I remember last year it was like a not a wonder boy type thing, but I remember like reading stuff about him where players, people around the league are Ben Johnson guy's the real deal. I don't know anything about him though.
Uh,
Is he like like a wonder kid? What's his deal?
So I actually, like you, I had to do some research because I had never heard of Ben Johnson last year.
Uh-huh.
I had no idea who he was. But what I did find out is that Ben Johnson and Dan Campbell, they have a long history of working together. And Ben Johnson, according to what I've read from multiple sources, he is viewed as a very intelligent, very creative offensive schemer and mind. Which, if you I hate to say this, but if you take a look at our offense over the last 9 to 10 weeks of the first 9 to 10 weeks of the year last year, our offense was anything but creative or innovative. It was stale, it
Yeah.
was boring, it was repetitive. Anthony Lynn ran that same dumb tight end screen week after week. You could almost put it on auto repeat. It was like, there it is again. We'll see it next week.
Yep.
So
Yep.
that's what I like about Ben Johnson, is the fact that he's not afraid to try and do new things with this offense. And Jameson actually was asked the question, or was it Jameson Williams? I can't remember who it was, but somebody was asked the question about Ben Johnson. And what they said specifically is that Ben Johnson uses offensive schemes and plays from multiple different viewpoints as staples, but then he branches out from there. So he's not just a one set cookie cutter kind of offensive coordinator. He borrows from everywhere, which means he has multiple ways to attack defenses.
I'll tell you that too. I love how the way Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell are doing this. We'll see if Goff is the answer long term, but I love how the infrastructure is all in place, right? Like they
Oh, for
just got
sure.
their big pass rusher, the offensive line, their weapons. So if and when they move on, whether it's in the draft this year, they trade for somebody, whatever the case is, if and when they move on for Goff, from Goff, whoever it is that comes in next, if it's a young 21-year-old out of school, he's going to be walking into the Taj Mahal, a place you can't ask for more. It's a kid in the candy store slinging footballs. So I love that they're doing it that way. It's don't just throw it
Well,
ahead of the Sharks, build up everything around.
Man on a mission, I'ma get it. You know I be on a what?